Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing a video on the behind the scenes so far to Witch of the Well Part 4. So it's a 4-part story, so this is the last part. I'm sort of so-so. I have a mixed bag feeling about this episode or this part to this story. I think the first two stories were definitely stronger than the second two, in my opinion. Hopefully people disagree and probably say, all four were brilliant, what are you on about, Doctor's Assistant 1? And that, but yeah, to be fair, I've never been massively great at wrapping up Doctor Who stories, although to be fair, I don't think even some of the pros are sometimes, but yeah, it's a decent enough story, I think, or little part, and that, in my head, I just thought maybe the reason why, in my own head canon, the Doctor can defeat the witch so easily, or, well, she's not dead, she's just been chucked back into, like, a prison that they released her from, using, like, magic and or chanting magic stuff, gubbins, but the thing is with this character, as I say, the witch, the way that I've got rid of her in my head is in so much as this isn't the first time the Doctor's versed the witch. Although it's the first time I've done that in a figure adventure, it's not the first time that's happened in Doctor Who, so he would have an understanding and an idea, or if not him, then maybe the TARDIS database, like he researches, and that, which is another thing. I like the idea that in my own head canon, I guess, that the TARDIS has like a universe version of Google where it just like stores information about the Doctor and his travels and different planets and places he's been to, which could be really cool, something really cool we could see in the new series. I doubt that very much that they'd ever do anything as interesting as that, but but it's just a little quick sort of thought and idea that I had personally just now. But yeah, I also have two of these figures, which is quite interesting, really. I could have maybe used the second one, maybe, I don't know. Although they're the exact same, so it would look a bit weird, but I don't know. Well, I say that, but then the other one has like a weird black dot and or mark on the cheek, which I thought was a bit weird, so I used this one. And also just to try and keep it continuity correct, if the other one figure I used was this one as opposed to the other one, although I don't know. I do usually rewatch the previous part and then film the next one just so I know where I left off with the previous one, and that. But yeah, as I say, I think it's like the first time I've ever used the witch action figure in Doctor Who, and that in my Doctor Who figure adventures. So yeah, I was originally, I think, gonna have like a bigger, if at all, like confrontational scene with the witch and the Doctor, and she might be like, oh, "Time Lord, you're an evil son of a gun," sort of thing, and that, but that didn't kind of happen, which is kind of annoying. If you couldn't tell already, this one hasn't been as organised or scripted, or even, well, I say scripted, but like bullet pointed, like sometimes I get a piece of paper and just bullet point, or like sort of say stage, act 1, sort of stage slash act 1, act 2, act 3, and then some bullet points, 2 or 3 bullet points down of what's going to happen briefly in said part. As I say, that might have been pretty obvious that I didn't do that. I don't know, hopefully not. Maybe I can say that I'm slightly improving with these figure adventures. But yeah, so yeah, this one's wrapped. So we've got a whole new one. So we've had Rebirth, we've had Man, and we've had Witch of the Well. Actually, that's a lie. We've had those 3. So then actually, before I do my next episode and or part to the figure adventures, I might actually do a whatever series this is. I should really know, but I want to say it's like a 7th series, because I used to do figure adventures way back when I first started this channel back in 2008. I had a very squeaky voice back then. But yeah, basically what I was going to say is that that's why it's like a 7th series, even though one of my friends back in the day, Michael, he made the valid point that really, seeing as I've deleted all the older ones off the YouTube channel, I really should just have like whatever the oldest Figure Adventures thing is, that be part of Series 1 and then this be called Series 2, I don't know. But either way, I'm doing potentially a trailer for the next 3 episodes and that, so... But yeah, keep in mind we haven't had any 6-part stories. We've had Rebirth, which was a 4-part story, Man, which was a 5-part story, and then Witch of the Well, which was also a 4-part story. So, and we have, as I say, another 3 episodes to go, and we haven't had any 6-part stories, so just keep that in mind, which is a little bit of a teaser, I guess, of what's to come. At this rate, probably, maybe, I might not be able to get the next episode done by end of this year, but I would probably like to say that, as I say, the next thing, I'll definitely do a trailer for the next 3 episodes before the end of this year, 2019, and then 2020 I'll start doing New Figure Adventures, and by New Figure Adventures I mean the second half of this series, basically. So yeah, so think of it, if you will, 2019 was the first half of this series, 2020 is the next half of this series, so yeah. So we're still with Gwen, and that because I really couldn't think of another name for the Gwen action figure other than Gwen. I know, very original. However, I did come up with Alex for the previous action figure, which was actually a Martha Jones figure, which is kind of weird because you very rarely see her in that sort of combat gear. Not this figure, but Martha Jones one that I used, and yet she was sort of in that combat gear in the end of Series 3. I'm glad they made a figure of her in that combat gear, because it kind of looks cooler than anything else she actually wears, or cooler than any of the other Martha Jones figures, I think, anyway. And we've still got the 8th Doctor action figure, although in my Figure Adventures, I don't really name the Doctor, number the Doctor even, you know, which is quite interesting thinking about it from a creative production standpoint behind the scenes, in my opinion. Is that really, when you think about it, in Doctor Who, in the episodes, they never number themselves either. You know, the 9th Doctor, Chris Eccleston don't go up to someone and go, "Hello, I'm the 9th Doctor," you know. You know, it's more a case of maybe he would say to Billie Piper and or Rose, "I've lived 9, centuries, and therefore I've had 9 bodies so far," or whatever. Although that would mean that each one's only 100 years long, which is a bit odd, because that's not right, I don't think, in terms of the timeline. But yeah, this whole cult of Devil's Point might just start up again and do a thing again, try and bring back her, I don't know. But either way, it's a bit of a loose thread there for someone to do something with. Maybe me, maybe someone else. I have no idea. But yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe.